Hi, you're very welcome to this podcast episode, and I'm super excited to be here with you. I hope you're doing really well. I wanted to chat to you today about stress. And new figures from research conducted by Sport Ireland have revealed that 49% of Irish women over the age of 40 do not prioritise physical exercise. And the reason that they don't prioritise physical exercise is because they're stressed out, overwhelmed with so much commitments going on, like work, commuting, childcare, family commitments. Isn't that crazy? 49% of women over 40 in Ireland can't seem to find the time to exercise. On top of that, I was looking at a national survey by Aware that revealed that high rates of depression and anxiety in Ireland, with over 80% surveyed experiencing anxiety. This was at the end of May 2023, and it was a survey conducted by 1,200 adults. 80% are feeling anxiety. So I thought, I'm going to do another episode on anxiety, on stress, and how it affects our well-being so much, how it affects our habits so much, and what we can do about it, what we can do to build a fortress around ourselves, so that when we have these really stressful times, which we will and which we do, we're much better equipped. Our life doesn't have to go on pause, and we can still find the joy in the day-to-day life. Just want to tell you the effects that stress has on me. Like, I was a complete stress head, classic stress head. Anytime I got stressed out, I would get asthma or tonsillitis or eczema. I used to just bring stress all over my body right from a young age. And it wasn't up until a few years ago that I kind of sorted out all my stress, and I was actually able to stop comfort eating and turning to alcohol. That only happened up till a couple of years ago. Before that, every time I got stressed out, I would eat and drink my emotions. So not only was I dealing with feeling really stressed out, but I was also overweight and unhealthy and unfit and everything else that comes with that. It's like you compound all your problems with all your extra problems. You've got this one problem that's bringing on stress, and then you invite in all these health problems that make your mental health worse, and you just go through this most awful period. What happens when I get really stressed out is I can't enjoy the little things anymore, no matter how hard I try. When I go for a walk, I just can't hear the birds. And normally I do. I love hearing the birds sing their little bird songs when I'm out in nature. I can't, for the life of me, relax and just enjoy the moment. I also freeze and don't want to do anything. Like, I feel really stuck. I might have a really busy day at my computer, which I do every day. I've so many things that I have to get done every day. Like, I can't leave them off. I have lots of content in the membership site. I have the podcast, so many things on a daily basis. But when I get really stressed out, I just want to freeze and do nothing, which means that I land on my computer and just feel like I can't move or I can't do anything. I also spiral into thinking all the things that could go wrong. And I heard this recently, I can't remember from who, that's disillusionment coming in, that you start to overthink and think that if you can start to control and think through all the negative outcomes, you're going to be okay. And this is what I do. I start to think of all the really worst case scenarios and how I can handle them. And it doesn't help. It makes me feel 10 times more stressed. I've also noticed recently that my negative inner critic gets really loud when I'm stressed out. I just noticed this the other day when I relapsed. I started saying to myself, it felt like I was saying it to myself just automatically without even thinking about it. I was like, Jessica, you're pathetic, you're stupid, what are you doing? And then I was like, because I'm much more self-aware now, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I just called myself pathetic. But then when I get stressed, doubt creeps in. So I was like, God, maybe you are pathetic, maybe you are stupid. God, maybe, what are you at? What are you doing? And I just spiral. And it's this spiraling and it's this stress that I really need to protect myself from, because I have spent too many years stressed out. Back when I owned the gym, when we had a physical gym on the Tuam Road in Galway, that was such a stressful period. back when the kids were really tiny, that was such a stressful period. I could talk you through so many extremely stressful periods in my life where I actually brought on panic attacks and I froze and I was anxious and just feeling like this pit of my stomach, that I would wake up every morning and think, oh my God, I actually don't know if I can get out of bed. I'm that stressed out. I'm absolutely dreading the day. Now, this is no way to live. I had to find a way to start to get joy in my life again, and to start to build resilience, and to start to build a fortress around me, so that no matter what comes my way, which it's always going to, it's not that I wish for easier problems, it's that I wish for myself to become better and stronger and more resilient, so that I can enjoy all my life and all the different elements of my life when I have a big stressful problem going on. Because let's face it, we're always having these things that we have to compartmentalize. We're always getting these problems thrown at us. But I am not, and I refuse to wait for this day that never comes where everything is perfect and then you can enjoy your life. And we do this the whole time. When this problem isn't here, when I have more money, when I'm trimmer, when I'm more fit, when I have more friends, we're always waiting for this next step to enjoy our lives and to feel happy. And for me, that's what I used to think about with stress. I used to think to myself, you know what? When I pass this stressful period, I'm actually going to relax and really enjoy myself. That is not the way to go about it. What also happens is I find it hard to sit still. I want to scroll. My breathing is faster. I feel like on the verge of a panic attack. I feel jumpy. I take myself really seriously, and I feel like I have this emotional blocker in front of me. It's just like this wall. There's joy and nature and my dogs and my family and Joe and Arthur and Emily and all the wonderful stuff dipping in the sea. And then there's this wall, and then there's me. And Joe can see it a mile away. He's like, oh my God, are you okay? And I'm just like this robot going, yeah, why, are you? Now, in the past, I would have turned to alcohol and food. And then, as I mentioned, that would just be so annoying because I wouldn't even be focused on the stress back when I was stressed out. I would start overeating and drinking too much, and then focus on the fact that I was gaining weight and I didn't like my body. And I would just focus on weight loss. I wouldn't even think, oh my God, you're stressed out. And I think that's what the weight loss industry have conditioned us to do. Like if we get really stressed out, we don't really acknowledge that we're stressed out because many of us are walking around not being in touch with ourselves. So we start to overeat, we start to drink, we don't realize we're doing it because we're unhappy. And then we gain weight, we feel really uncomfortable in our clothes. We start to not work out, not take care of ourselves. And then we've got a focus of losing weight. So we focus on weight loss, but it doesn't work because we're not fixing the root cause of the problem. Remember that weight gain is just a symptom of the real problem. And the real problem is stress. So what I would do back then is I would focus on all the things in diet culture and what diet culture does. I'd focus on what to eat, and I'd get more obsessed about that and never ever get to the why I was overeating. To the why I was overeating, which is so crucial and so important if you actually want to be healthy. So I want to share with you 2 things you need to do to become to have a fortress so that you're better equipped for dealing with stress in your life and that you can still be happy and feel good in other areas in your life. Now, in my Thrive coaching program, we call it the Thrive Body and the Thrive Mind system. So the Thrive Mind system is all about turning inwards and focusing on the why. And the idea behind it is that when you focus on the why, you're actually going to get results from reducing stress and reducing anxiety and then still being fit and healthy and still being able to work towards fit and healthy. So what my 10-minute Thrive Time practices do, what me and my clients do, is in the Thrive Time practice, you get to figure out what's going on, why you're stressed out. You get to become aware of your thoughts and emotions. You get to shift your mindset and connect with yourself. You get to connect with yourself with this like earthing and grounding and bringing yourself back down to yourself. We do a little bit of breath work and we get to like shift from the negative to the positive. Just a little shift in perspective. And this is all done in these little 10-minute practices. And what these 10-minute practices do, our Thrive Mind system does, is it helps you focus on yourself. It helps you turn inwards for solutions rather than outwards for solutions. And what else you want to do is you want to focus on your physical body. Now in Thrive Coaching, we call this the Thrive Body System, but you need to focus on creating emotion, on moving your body. Motion creates emotion, as Tony Robbins always says. You need to change your physiology and you need to get into peak state so that you can deal with stress coming your way. You need to get outdoors into the fresh air. You need to breathe in that lovely fresh air and get out in nature. You also need to move your body in workouts. Now, the workouts that I do with my clients, they're all strength training, cardio training, best, results focused, time efficient workouts that will give you the biggest endorphin hit. That's what I really recommend, to lift weights, to feel that feeling of that push and pull motion, to build lean muscle in your body. And by doing that, by building lean muscle in your body, you're getting really fit, you're getting really strong, you're getting much more resilient in your body. And you're really getting into peak state so that you feel really, really good. You also need to super hydrate and get loads and loads of water into you so that you're feeling at like this optimum health. And if you think about it, if you do those two things, if you do the Thrive Mind system, if you focus on turning inwards, on reducing stress, on shifting your mindset, on connecting with yourself, you're going to feel good. You're going to reduce stress. You're going to bring yourself back down to earth and feel connected with yourself again. And when you feel connected with yourself again, you can make really great decisions from that place. And when you focus on your body, and when you do good workouts that get you results, that also give you a huge endorphin hit, you're going to feel really capable. And the brilliant thing about working out is that you don't have to wait to get results. Once you do like a 20-minute or 30-minute workout, you instantly feel capable, right? Like you instantly feel like you could take on the world. So combine those two things together and you'll become an absolute legend. And you will, like I love to say, unleash your inner legend. You'll become much more resilient to stress. You'll build this fortress around you. So rather than wishing for easier problems to come your way, you'll actually have transformed and you'll be much more strong and much more resilient inside of yourself. And you'll be able to compartmentalize your problems and still find joy in the other parts of your day so much. So I hope you found this helpful. I really hope you found this helpful. Keep up the good work. I'll see you in the next episode. And if this resonated with you, let me know and share it with a friend who you think may enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Take care and thanks for listening.